Most people get this wrong when they think about starting a company in Norway. They assume it is simple paperwork, a quick online form, and they are ready to operate. But here's the truth no one tells you. Norway is one of the most transparent but also most structured business systems in the world. If you miss even one requirement, your registration can get delayed or your business model can be rejected. If you are planning to start a company in Norway in 2026, this guide will take you through every step in a clear, simple way. No confusion. No legal overload. Just a complete roadmap from idea to fully registered company. And here's why Norway is worth your attention. It has a strong economy, high digital infrastructure, and one of the most trusted business environments in Europe. It is especially attractive for tech startups, energy businesses, consulting firms, and international founders. But the system is strict and detail-oriented, so you must follow the steps correctly. In the next few minutes, you will learn how to choose the right company structure, register your business, meet capital requirements, open a bank account, handle taxes, and avoid the most common mistakes foreigners make. Let's begin from the foundation. The first thing you need to understand is that in Norway, your business structure determines everything else. You cannot skip this decision or treat it casually. The most common structure is the sole proprietorship, known as enkeltpersonforetak. This is the simplest way to start a business. It is ideal for freelancers, consultants, and small online entrepreneurs. It is fast, low cost, and easy to manage. But here's the problem. There is no legal separation between you and your business. That means if your business faces debt or legal issues, you are personally responsible. Now, the second and most popular option is the private limited company, known as aksjeselskap, or AS. This is the preferred structure for most serious businesses and startups in Norway. Why? Because it separates your personal finances from your company. But here's where it gets interesting. To register an AS, you need a minimum share capital of 30,000 Norwegian kroner. This must be deposited into a business bank account before or during registration. Let's make this practical. Alex is a freelance writer. He chooses an enkeltpersonforetak because he wants simplicity and low cost. Sarah is building a SaaS startup. She chooses an AS because she wants liability protection and investor readiness. Different goals, different structures. Now, before you register your company, you need to choose a business name. This sounds simple, but it is more important than most beginners realize. In Norway, your company name must be unique and not misleading. It must also follow naming rules based on your structure. For example, if you register an AS, your company name must include AS at the end. This is a legal requirement. Here's a mistake many people make. They choose a name without checking availability in the Brønnøysund Register Center, which is the official Norwegian business registry. Later, they discover the name is already taken or restricted. So always check before committing. Now, let's move to the registration process. In Norway, most companies are registered through the Brønnøysund Register Center. This is the official authority for business formation. If you are starting a sole proprietorship, the process is very simple. You register online, provide your personal details, and describe your business activity. In many cases, approval is fast. But if you are forming an S company, the process is more structured. First, you prepare your company documents. This includes articles of association, ownership structure, and share capital details. Second, you deposit the required capital into a Norwegian business bank account. The bank will issue a confirmation that the capital has been deposited. Third, you submit your registration through the online system. This includes all legal documents and bank confirmation. Once approved, your company becomes a legal entity and receives an organization number. This number is extremely important. It is your official business identity in Norway. Now here's something important most beginners do not realize. Norway is highly digital. Almost all processes are online, but accuracy is critical. Even small errors in documents can delay approval. Now let's talk about taxes, because this is where things become serious. In Norway, taxes are handled by the Norwegian Tax Administration, known as Skatteetaten. Companies pay corporate tax on profits. There is also VAT, known as merverdiavgift, or MVA. If your business revenue exceeds the threshold, you must register for VAT. Once registered, you must charge VAT on your products or services and submit regular reports. Here's where many beginners get confused. VAT registration is not optional once you pass the threshold. It is mandatory. Ignoring it can lead to penalties. Let's take an example. John starts an online consulting business. In the beginning, he has low revenue. But after a few months he grows quickly. Once he crosses the VAT threshold, he must register and comply with reporting rules. Even if revenue fluctuates later, compliance remains required. Now let's move to business banking. To operate a company in Norway, especially in AS, you need a Norwegian business bank account. Here's the challenge. Norwegian banks are very strict about compliance. They will ask detailed questions about your business model, customers, and funding sources. This is not a negative process. It is part of strict financial regulations designed to ensure transparency. Here's a practical tip. Before applying, prepare a clear business explanation. Describe what your company does, who your clients are, and how money flows in and out. Now let's talk about foreign entrepreneurs. Yes, foreigners can start a company in Norway. But residency rules are separate from company registration. If you are from the EU or EA, the process is simpler. You can generally live and work in Norway with fewer restrictions. If you are from outside the EU, you may need a residence permit depending on your situation and business activity. Here's where most people fail. They think registering a company automatically gives them the right to live in Norway. That is not true. Business registration and immigration are separate systems. Now, let's talk about costs. Starting a sole proprietorship is very low cost. In many cases, registration is free or minimal. And as company requires at least 30,000 NOK in share capital. There are also registration fees and possible accounting costs. And here's something important. The real cost is not just setup. It is ongoing compliance. Accounting, tax filing, and reporting are mandatory in Norway. Now let's talk about timelines. A sole proprietorship can be registered quickly, sometimes within a few days. An S company usually takes longer due to capital deposit, document preparation, and registration approval. Foreign founders may experience additional delays due to identity verification. Now let's go through common mistakes. The first mistake is choosing the wrong structure too quickly. People often choose the easiest option without thinking long-term. The second mistake is not depositing correct share capital for S companies. The third mistake is ignoring VAT registration deadlines. The fourth mistake is mixing personal and business finances. The fifth mistake is misunderstanding immigration rules. Now let's make this practical with two examples. Alex starts a freelance marketing business. He chooses a sole proprietorship and registers quickly. He begins working immediately. Sarah builds a tech startup. She chooses an S company, deposits capital, completes registration, opens a business bank account, and prepares for scaling. Both paths are correct. The difference is strategy. Now let's quickly summarize everything so it stays clear. First, choose your structure. Sole proprietorship, or S company. Second, choose and verify your company name with the official registry. Third, prepare documents and deposit capital if forming an ASP. Fourth, register your company with the Brunøysund Register Center. Fifth, open a Norwegian business bank account. Sixth, register for taxes and VAT with Skatteetaten if required. Seventh, ensure ongoing compliance with accounting and reporting rules. And finally, if you are a foreign founder, align your immigration status separately. Now, here is the final truth. Starting a company in Norway is not difficult, but it is precise. The system is digital, efficient, and strict. If you follow each step correctly, the process is smooth. If you skip steps, delays are almost guaranteed. But if you do it right, you gain access to one of the most stable and trusted business environments in the world. If you found this guide helpful, like the video, leave a comment with your business idea, and subscribe for more step-by-step international business guides. Because the right knowledge at the right time can completely shape your entrepreneurial future.